welcome.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you here for improved concentration when it comes to learning. If that is something that you are seeking, which
Yes.
aren't we all?
Oh, focus. Focus and concentration, always on the docket. Always need to be doing.
Yes, and we are transitioning here in the US into back to school season. So we would love to know, how is that affecting you? Do you have anyone in your life going back to school? Are you going back to school? Maybe you are teaching, maybe you have little ones in your life or big ones.
I feel like I'm back in school.
Oh,
I'm
I know.
always in school, actually.
We are
and
always in school.
Especially in the afternoon is when I like to reach for blends such as what we're making today.
Yes.
So no matter what age you are, we all need to focus.
I know, and we both are lifelong learners. We love learning, and we are always seeking out new concepts. And so Gwendolyn is saying, desperately needed.
Desperately.
Desperately needed. Well, I know, in the afternoons, I also need greater concentration.
I'm seeing lots of folks from all over. There's a little island off of Spain. Welcome. I was going to remember the name of that.
Ibiza.
Sounds like a very interesting place to visit on one of these days.
Ella's saying, hiya from Ireland. Well, hello there. We've got Linda from Augusta, Georgia, and we've got Tabertooth. Hello, Tabertooth. She's been doing my Happiness Habits Challenge with me. As
Excellent.
many of you have as well.
Daleen from Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. I've always loved that name.
It's a beautiful valley. Have you been?
I have not been.
That's
and
where
I
Ted
want
went to school. There you go. One of
beautiful.
our friends.
And hello, Della from Vancouver, and Chris, welcome.
Yes. We've got
And-
Sophie Todd, who is my sister-in-law and my little nephew.
Oh,
That's Sophie Todd.
that's Sophie Todd. We've got Catherine, welcome, and Angie, all kinds of folks all
Amazing.
here.
We're so happy you're here.
We are. I've been looking at these comments while I was anxiously awaiting to come live with you guys, and I'm like, ooh, look at all these people from all these cool places.
And we're at the top of the hour, and we're so happy that you're here. We always like to give a warm Aromahead welcome if it's your first time with us here on a live event. Let us know if it's your first time, and then everyone else, let's jump in and give them a huge Aromahead welcome. My favorite part of Aromahead is our community. It's such a warm, supportive, nurturing community. It's becoming increasingly rare to find that out there in the interwebs. And so I love our community.
I love our community because we're from everywhere.
We're from everywhere, and we're so kind.
We get perspectives from all over the world, and I'm just looking. We've got Southern California, Camano Island in Washington, Davenport, Washington, which is not too far from here,
I know, right?
and Montreal. Oh my goodness, everywhere.
Yes. All
And then,
right.
of course, we're from western Montana in the Missoula area.
We sure are. It's been a fabulous late summer, and we are so excited to be doing our tea time with you. And again, I'm just looking down. If we have any of your first timers, let us know. And an overarching theme to go along with our inhaler is all about back to school. And so if you would like to let us know how back to school is affecting your life, I have lots of fun, amazing humans in my life who are headed back to school. And so my mind is certainly with everyone who's doing that.
So season 8 of Tea Time, we have today and we have next week, and then we're done with season 8. But we've been focusing on focus.
Yes.
There are a lot of different ways to focus and a lot of different situations to focus. We've done how to focus during meditation and tuning into your intuition, creativity, because yes, it takes some focus even to do creative things.
It does.
Listening to others, that was last week and that was fabulous, is to remind us how we listen to others, how we can make other people feel so supported and heard. That's so important. That's probably one of the most important things we can do for another individual and for ourselves.
It's the most beautiful gift you can give to someone, is just the gift of listening.
And then today we're focusing on, because it is back to school time,
sure
focusing on concentrating and learning aspects, different
know.
kinds of learning aspects, when you really need to not read something over 5 times before you finally realize that you're not concentrating.
Yes.
Does that happen to you?
Absolutely.
It happens to all of
It
us.
sure does.
We are reading a sentence, and suddenly we're like, I've not gotten past this first sentence for the last 10 minutes, and I have no idea what it said.
And here the trick is to just keep reading. That was my tip from when I was teaching. Just keep reading.
Keep reading.
Just keep going.
Or make yourself an inhaler, a focus
That's
inhaler.
even better. That's an even better idea. So some housekeeping. This is a busy week here at Aromahead. We're actually live every single day until Sunday.
Yeah, from today through Saturday.
I know. So today is tea time. Tomorrow, for all of our thriving aromatherapists out there, we're doing our monthly event for our Thrive community. So if you are a part of that, of course, you'll be getting email reminders for that particular event. We're going to have a lot of fun infusing lavender into honey.
Lavender and tulsi leaves into honey, and we're going to be talking about lavender a little bit too.
Yes. So if you're in the Thrive community, you know all about that. Just to put that on your radar that that's happening tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we have our 6-month challenge, our final 6-month challenge for our new aromatherapy certification students.
Wow.
And then I want drums. The
Drums,
main event.
The main event.
On Thursday is we're kicking off our masterclass series, and Karen and I have been working as well as our whole team. We've been working on this masterclass series all about boosting up the immune system. I know in my book club alone, all of my book club buddies have little ones in their lives going back to school, and so keeping the immune system is front and center right now. Keeping
It
it
all
healthy.
kind of goes together.
Keeping it healthy, yeah. So we have 3 events in that masterclass series, and we'd love for you to enroll. The content is free. It's 3 different events that really build on one another. Great recipes, good tips and tricks for keeping your home and your mind, body, spirit happy and healthy, especially this time of year as we're all getting more back into communities in person, more than we have the last few years.
Yeah, they're about an hour events.
They're about an hour each, and the content is from our Aromatherapy for Natural Living course. So if you are a student or a graduate of that program, it'll be a really wonderful review for you. And those of you who have thought about or are thinking about online courses here with us at Aromahead, it's a wonderful place to start. We have a promotional bonus package we'll tell you about if that's something you're interested in. For now, the free masterclass series is definitely something you're going to want to enroll in if you're enjoying our tea time events.
And the reason why it's 3 classes instead of one sitting is because we would be here well over 3 to 4 hours.
Yes.
3 to 5 hours really, and so the information that we're presenting, each topic, and the first one is all about keeping your home fresh and clean, using green cleaning, and that's a whole topic in itself. So it has to be its own event, and that's the way it is with all 3 of them. So we're doing a master class.
We're doing the
series.
masterclass series. It's really fun, and there's a link that we've pinned right here where you can click on that link. You can save your seat, and then you'll get reminder emails from me and our team, as well as you'll get detailed information on each of those 3 events and how they can benefit you in your life right now. So there we go.
Well, is this a good time to talk about our tea?
Yes, please.
I want to tell you about our tea because it's kind of a cool tea today, and I want to show it to you. This is an ancient moonlight white tea cake, and this is how it came. It came all wrapped up, and it came in this
So cool.
cake, and I just broke off pieces, put it in my infuser, and it only infuses for a minute.
Wow.
And of course, this particular one you can infuse several times, and it is a white tea, and it does come from Rishi, R-I-S-H-I, Rishi Tea Botanicals, and I love it because, once again, it lets us explore another part of our world.
Absolutely.
And there's they age the tea 2 different years, and they put it all together, and this is just when you want. It's a white tea, but it's kind of robust. And it's perfect for a blend like we're having today because it doesn't take away from anything. It's just kind of a good grounding aroma and taste. Don't you think?
It's beautiful. It's gentle. It's also vibrant. It feels very, it's very hydrating as well.
And they don't use any heat when they dry the tea leaves, so it's really fun.
It is really fun.
Again, the name of it, if you're interested, is Ancient Moonlight White Tea Cake.
It's delicious.
From Rishi.
It's delicious. look at all these folks thank you for telling us about our tea this morning. I always like
You're
knowing
welcome.
our tea. We have so many people who are enrolling in our masterclass, and many of you are already registered for that particular series. We are, again, very excited for that. We love our free masterclass series where we get to come together and learn with others who are really interested in that specific topic. So we're going to have a lot of fun.
So,
Shall
are we
we?
ready?
We are.
We're ready. So today we're doing 2 blends for you with the same oils. We're working with rosemary, chemotype camphor, and peppermint, cardamom, and our beautiful bergamot. Now, as we go through, we'll kind of talk a little bit about some substitutions, but we're making an inhaler today. It's a little bit smoky out.
I was
really
just going
affecting
to
me.
say, both of us are so sensitive to anything around us, and we have some smoke coming in from some fires that are around us. Also, lots of love to Texas, and all over the world, all kinds of things are happening. So stay safe and warm in Texas and dry. Floods. Yes. Anyway.
Wow. Okay. So these are 4 oils that are proven by some scientific experiments and by looking at the research on the chemical components that are noted to really help with clarity, with getting those brain waves going, clearing things out and helping a person to focus. It's not just a thing that we say, oh, I can focus better when I use this oil. There's a real reason why it helps you to focus and helps the neurons and the brain waves to all work together in a really great way.
Absolutely, and if you're new to our community, we have our Aromahead approach to working with essential oils, and it's based on science, it's based on research, and proven application, and it's just a really great way to work with your oils. So that's, if you're new to us, definitely go over and check out our free course to dive in, and it takes about an hour. So, yeah.
So our first one we're going to make is an inhaler, but we're going to use the very same oils and make a 1 ounce lotion blend. And I use a lot of lotion actually because of it's very dry around here.
Very dry around here. If you are looking for any of the recipes we've been talking about, right below where you're watching is, or you can even expand the description, there's all the links you need to go over and grab your discounts from Aromatics on each of the bundle recipes. We have great discounts built in, and if you are an Aromahead student, you can add your student discount onto that. So it's a great, phenomenal deal. And you have a link to the PDF where you have access to this recipe. You can print it off and keep it around and make it anytime you want. These recipes.
We make it pretty handy.
Yes.
Pretty handy to be able to blend when you have time on your hands to do this. And I saw some of you are really going to get back into blending now. You're really encouraged to do that. And Jenny and I actually, we blend a lot because of what we do. Right?
Yes.
We're in the teaching.
We blend daily.
We blend every day, several times a day sometimes, as we're coming up with our workshops and our different fun things like tea times and our masterclass series. We're doing a lot of blending to make sure that our recipes are what we want them to be.
Yes, which means they're beautiful.
They're gorgeous recipes.
Shall we blend?
Our first oil is rosemary camphor, and we're going to use, this is an organic piece of cotton. If you get your products from Aromatics International and you get inhalers, it comes with a polyester cotton wick, and then it comes with they come in packs of 4, and then it comes with some organic cotton. And what you do, and we're going to use it today so we can show them,
Absolutely.
is we just get a little bowl, or you can put it right directly in, but I'm going to do it this way. And this looks like a lot, but it goes in there really easily.
And you worked really hard to get to source this organic cotton.
Yes, I did. I really wanted organic cotton.
I know, and you source all of these oils over at Aromatics. Yep. Just
I
wanted
do.
to let anyone who's new to us know that.
One of those fun aspects of my job. My job is actually my hobby.
I know.
So I can spend hours every day, and suddenly it's like, where's the time gone?
I know. I was just talking with, it's just such a family business. We were talking last week, and it was Thursday. I was like, I wish it was Monday. I want those 3 days again.
I do love Mondays.
I know. I love Mondays too.
All right. So as Jenny puts in our 6 drops of rosemary, chemotype camphor, this is a central nervous system stimulant. And it's also very clearing for your respiratory.
It sure is.
And I breathed it when I thought I had some smoke issues going on.
from the fires around us, to clarify.
It's crisp. It's gorgeous. You can just feel it going in and just clearing things and brightening things up. It brightens the way you look at things.
It really does. It's one of those oils.
And we do study this oil actually in depth in our certification program. So this is just giving you a little snapshot of it. Now our next one, and you don't have to use rosemary camphor. There is a little bit of
there's some
safety with every single oil we're using today. There's a little bit of safety, but you know what? Knowing the safety makes us safe blenders.
Absolutely.
We don't avoid the oil. We just either, if it's not applicable to us, we'll find a substitute. You can also use raspberry verbenone, which has less of the camphor in it. You might even leave it out if rosemary is something that you do not connect with. But rosemary, we avoid it near the face of infants or infants who are under 5 years old. So I would not give this to a child to smell like I did if they're under 5. And then we use it with caution for 5 to 10-year-olds. So the recipe we're using today is curated for somebody over the age of 10.
Yes.
And at the end, we'll give you some suggestions if you have a 5-year-old, 5 to 10-year-old, and you're really wanting them to be able to focus more as they're either starting their first day of school or home trying to do their homework. So we do have some options for you.
I know, and it's so important to support our littles as they're going back into the world of learning. I know my Facebook feed is just full of first day of school today. It's starting.
Wow.
First day of school.
I can't
all
believe
over.
it.
I know.
I cannot believe it. So otherwise, rosemary camphor is very safe to use. Now our next one is 4 drops of peppermint that Jenny will add right onto our organic cotton, or you can use the polyester wick. And we've talked about peppermint before in our tea time. It can antidote homeopathic remedies. So if you're doing homeopathics, just avoid the peppermint while you're doing that. And then we also avoid it for children under 5 because it can be a little bit it's too strong. It's what we call neurotoxic when it's near their faces. And when I smell peppermint, it is strong. It's very clearing.
It's very clearing, and it always, I love blending with it, especially Monday mornings.
Yes, it really gets you up and going.
It really does.
So, and then you would be careful with any oils, but in particular ones like peppermint. If you're working with somebody who has asthma, or you yourself have asthma, you want to try it out first.
You absolutely do. And again,
go like that, just away from your nose, take a whiff, see if there's any reaction.
I just had such a nice one.
I know, it's gorgeous.
It really is. That's a really important tip.
All right, so, and then our third oil is 3 drops of cardamom.
I'm going to try for 2 because every single time I've added an extra drop. So maybe if I aim for 2, I'll get 3.
Okay, so 3 drops of cardamom. It's also a cognitive enhancer because of that wonderful component called 1,8-cineol that we find in eucalyptus as well. How are we doing?
Blending nicely.
Oh my goodness.
I know, it's really
That's
nice.
gorgeous.
It's real. I just feel like focusing.
And there is some safety with cardamom as well because it too can antidote homeopathic remedies, and we don't use it in children or babies, usually under the age of 10 because of that 1,8-cineol component. We'll use something different. And then if you have, with peppermint, if you have any kind of fibrillation going on, which means your heart is just really going very rapidly, you'll want to avoid that too. But you want to use care with asthmatics with cardamom as well. And I like to say that for every single oil.
Yes.
If you have asthma, and it can change from time to time.
Absolutely.
So maybe one week you're doing fine with a specific oil, and the next you're not. So you have to kind of test it out a little bit. And if it works for you, they're so great at relaxing those bronchial tubes so that you can get in some good air. All right, so our last oil is bergamot. We're going to put 2 drops of bergamot in. It's also a cognitive enhancer because of linalool that's in there. We also have linalool in oils like lavender, but it doesn't have the sedating effects like our lavender angustifolia, lavandula angustifolia does. So it makes it really nice. It's very calming. It helps with anxiety, but at the same time, it helps us to clear the cobwebs out.
It really does.
Let's see.
I absolutely love this blend.
Oh my goodness, I love it. All my favorite oils. They're all my favorite oil. I say that every time, don't I?
I
love them all.
I have favorite oils for favorite reasons, and I love all of these together in this blend.
Deb's saying, love cardamom. It's a new oil for me. Cardamom is so multi-layered. We talked about cardamom a lot in our digestive workshop that we had that's available on the Aromahead website. It's really fantastic the way it can work with so many different therapeutic issues.
Absolutely.
All right, and then the
Shall
inhaler, if you're brand new to an inhaler, it comes with parts. So it has a cover to it, it has an inside, just screw the inside in, and then you just take your cotton and you just
Get it
smudge
in there.
Look how easy that was.
Right?
And then you can refresh it by adding new drops. Ah, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's so nice.
And then you cap it with this cap. Now this cap, you can sometimes push it on, but did you hear that little pop?
I know, it's important to
It
hear the
pops.
pop.
Sometimes I'll have to put it right down there and put a little pressure on it for it to pop, which makes it really hard to take off, but you can take the lid off with a little butter knife that you kind of pop under the top carefully, pop it off, and either add more oils or get a new piece of cotton or polyester.
You can, but it takes quite the effort.
And then you just
This can be
undo
yours.
it.
I did the last inhaler
You did the last
demonstration.
inhaler. And this inhaler, they're personal inhalers because you do put it in your nose.
You just get up and personal.
Yes, you go. You close this side while you breathe in this side. And then you switch sides.
And then you just kind of open yourself up to letting the intention work.
And then you breathe deeply. And anytime you start to feel like you're waning a little bit and you're not quite there, you're getting those afternoon slumps going on,
Yes.
pull out your inhaler. This is a personal inhaler.
Yes.
So Jenny can't necessarily smell it
I mean, I can.
when I use it.
It's yours now.
If I'm right next to her, she might be able to smell that. But typically you can whip it out, smell it, run into your meeting. If you're a teacher, go into where your students are. Pull it out at any time. Keep it in your purse, your backpack. And if you're a child, now we're going to get that in a minute. Let's do the lotion one first.
Let's do the lotion. And I was going to say too, as you're preparing the lotion blend, inhalers are so wonderful to send with any small to large child, kid, adult, whoever, because it is such a personal thing that you can use, and it really helps when someone is really wanting that focus in the classroom setting. Just do it real quick. It's very confidence.
Very confidence
infusing.
Yes, I agree. So now in our lotion, we're going to do the exact same oils, but we're going to decrease them a little bit. Peppermint especially, I like to keep it under 5 drops per my blend because it's very cooling. So, and sometimes it can feel really good.
Yes.
But typically, just a little bit in there goes a long ways. So in this blend, we're going to put in our rosemary camphor. We put 6 drops in our inhaler. Now we're going to put 4 drops into our lotion. And this is a lotion that I'm going to really enjoy.
I know.
And you might too putting on in the morning. So 4 drops.
I'm going to talk you into a little neck rub after this with the lotion.
This would be great.
4 drops of our beautiful rosemary.
If you get a couple extra
You want
drops,
to add camphor.
excuse me, if you get a couple extra drops of rosemary, don't even worry about it. You can actually add a few more drops than we have on here, but when I'm trying to increase my concentration, I want just enough oils in there to really get that brain going and not kind of take over.
Absolutely. And we always go with less can be just as effective. And so when you're looking at that aromatic aroma to get into, just really get into your limbic system and your olfactory system, that you're looking for that aroma. And so you don't necessarily need a whole bunch of oil in a blend.
That's right. Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
So, and I just put in 3 drops of peppermint. Now you can put in 2 drops of peppermint, you can put in 1 drop of peppermint, and if peppermint doesn't work out for you, simply leave it out and put in another drop of rosemary or cardamom, whichever one you prefer in there. And that goes with any of the oils that we have in this blend. We have 4 oils. If one of them you don't have on your shelf, just add a little more. The only one I wouldn't add more of is peppermint.
And bergamot.
And bergamot. We'll tell you why in just a second.
Yes.
So, and for a topical blend, we're going to put in 2 drops of cardamom. And again, you could put 3 drops in if you like, you really like your cardamom.
Right.
And then 2 drops of bergamot. And Jenny's going to tell you why. Why only 2 drops of bergamot?
Jenny will tell you why. So a lot of our citrus oils can be phototoxic, which just means when you go out into the sun and you have it on your skin topically, there can be a reaction between the oil and the sun. And so with bergamot, it's safe to use topically at a very low dilution. And this is within the guidelines.
Within the guidelines. Now, an inhaler, you don't need to worry about it because it's not going onto your skin topically. Now, I put 2 drops in, but actually you can put 1 to 2 drops in. Really give it a good stir.
And if you're new to blending into lotion, we always recommend blending for fun with a blue oil or an oil that has more of a color to it, because you can really see how long it takes to blend an oil into lotion, such as blue tansy or...
That's really gorgeous. So I would probably avoid this blend unless I was working at night. I would avoid this blend in the evenings and before bedtime, because it is very energizing.
Yes.
And at bedtime we want to kind of calm it all down.
Yes.
Bergamot you can use at bedtime, but the other 3 I would probably avoid at bedtime.
Yes. And this is, how much lotion are we using here?
This is 1 ounce of lotion. And then of course if you had a 2-ounce bottle and wanted to double it, you could. And then I always shake it up.
Yes.
Too. I leave enough room in there to shake it up. So this again is for adults 10 and above, or people 10 and above, ages 10 and above.
Humans 10 and above.
If you have somebody who's 5 to 10 and you would like to help them out with their concentration, then I would do, in an inhaler, I would do 3 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of sweet orange, and 1 or 2 drops of the bergamot.
Very nice.
And those are also really great to, the frankincense is more of a mellow, but it's really great to help with that cognitive function.
Yes. I've had frankincense beside where I do my incense ritual in the evenings the last week or so.
Yeah.
I just smell it. I just take off the cap and just give it a smell. Give it a sniff.
And that inhaler that we just gave you for children 5 to 10 is also beautiful for adults. The frankincense, 3 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of sweet orange, and 1 or 2 drops of bergamot are fine for evening use as well.
Yes.
They don't necessarily make you sleepy. They don't necessarily, they're not super energizing, but they're very focusing orientated.
Yes. Thank you so much. Well, we're not done yet. I just want to hop over to the chat, and since it's such a busy week here at Aromahead, today, of course, tea time, and we have one last episode in our Tea Time Season 8. I'm very excited about that particular blend. I'd love to know who we're going to be seeing this week in different ways. So we've got our our Thrive event, Thrive Live event tomorrow. Then we have our 6-month challenge for our certification students on Wednesday. Then of course we have our master class kicking off on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So let us know if we're going to see you again this week. And I hope so.
I do too.
I love our live events with all of you.
So before you look at those,
yes,
our frankincense that we use, you can use frankincense Carteri or frankincense Sakura would be really good ones for children. And that recipe again was 3 drops of frankincense, Carteri or Sakura, 3 drops of sweet orange, and 2 drops of bergamot for
so
kids.
Beautiful.
So, and the Thrive event tomorrow, Kim, is at 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Yep, 1 o'clock.
Right here,
same time.
Right here.
Just a different day.
Just a different place to go look at it.
Awesome.
too.
We've got so many people who will be with us for the Thrive Live and then our ACP challenge and then for our masterclass. Amazing. I'm so excited to see you all week.
I know that Jenny and I are going to be busy this week, so we're really going to be utilizing our focus blend.
Yes.
But some of you are in every single one of the events that we just talked about too, so we're going to be seeing you guys every day.
Yes. And
I'm so excited.
For some clarification, our ACP challenges for our certification students, we're wrapping up our 6-month challenge where we took our most recent group of enrollees through a 6-month challenge where we went through every lesson in our certification program. So that's what that is. And our Thrive Live is for anyone in our thriving aromatherapist community. You're welcome to join our event tomorrow. That opens, it's a monthly membership where we give amazing content, more lifestyle related. That opens once a year in May.
That's right. Really practical ways, and when you say lifestyle orientated, it's like also doing the honey infusion that we're going to be showing you guys how to do. There's food recipes.
I know.
Well, I guess we shouldn't get into that.
I was going to say we don't want to get. Yes.
I get so excited
about
it.
I know it is very exciting.
So, as 1 ounce of lotion.
1 ounce of lotion. And as a reminder, as you are an important member of our Tea Time community, right below where you're watching, or there's a link pinned right here to the chat, you can go over to Aromatics and get 10% off of each recipe bundle. And if you are an aromatherapy Aromahead student, you can apply your student discount to that as well.
So when Jenny says bundle, they have put together for us, Devin, who's sitting right over here. I look over that way because he's the one doing all this for us right now. But he put together bundles. These are my recipes. Jenny says these are our recipes that we're using for Tea Time Season 8. And then they put together a bundle with a 10% discount already in it. So if you're an ACP student
or a natural student,
a Thrive member,
yes,
you get another discount on top of that if you put your code in.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool.
I know. This has just been so fun, and I don't want to cut us off early if you have more things to
Well, I just want
about.
to say, Elizabeth, I'm so glad you're signed up for everything. And yes, there are replays for everything. So a lot of us are working during the day is true. We're working during the day. We just happen to be working with you during the day.
We just happen to be working with you during the day. Exactly.
So yes, absolutely can watch the replays.
Yes, and we know we've got we have students all over the world, and so we always offer replays because we have folks who would be at the middle of the night for them.
So the bundles are already discounted for our Tea Time, a 10% discount. But if you are, if you have your ACP discount code or different discount codes as different students, then you can use that on top of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty amazing.
And if you have any questions, you can always email us team@aromahead.com. So if we didn't get to any of your questions, you could just email us over at team@aromahead.com.
And yes, Julie, when you sign up for the masterclass series, every day at the end when we're done, it takes them a couple of hours, you get another email with a replay in it.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So, okay. And yes, Kim, the bundles are so easy to order too. And that's why we do the bundles, is because instead of having to go through and spend the time to choose all of the products that are in all of our recipes, it's all in one little bundle.
I know, it's so handy.
Yeah, so handy. Well, I had fun.
I had so much fun. And again, there's so many ways to connect with us. So make sure that you are on our Aromahead newsletter. You can go to aromahead.com. That's where you get to know everything that is going on. And if you could like this video, and if you could share this video and make sure you're subscribed to our channel, that really helps us get this important content out into the world to help people as they are working on focus.
Yes.
Focus.
So
thank you for doing that. It really helps us out.
Yeah, both blends are about 2%, a little bit more than 2% on the blends, between, 2 plus a tad.
2 plus a tad. Well, on that note, 2 plus a tad.
Okay.
All right, we'll see many of you in our Thrive Live event tomorrow, and then we'll see even more of you on our 6-month challenge, and then we'll see anyone who would like to join us for our masterclass series kicking off on Thursday. So goodbye for now, and we cannot wait to see you very soon.